come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike's 50. Slow.
Mahomes now on first down.
He's coming. Double up.
Caught here by Conley. He finds an opening past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ace. Z. Mike 50. Slow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's Hill, complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now it's Mahomes again. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Mike 42. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. You. 36.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58
Quick
rail.
observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 37. Check. Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Good hit, baby. Good hit. Good hit, baby.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Number 45 on the return.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Even. 4 down. Even. It's run, baby, run.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Ohio. Tight. Here we go. Red 38.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
White 90. Mike 53.
A first carry out for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Hey, 4 down. Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. 53 is the mic. Let's go. Check. Lucky. Slam.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Tight dog. Let's go.
And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. As Kansas City comes back out here on offense, let's discuss the fact that they are now officially in the playoffs. They clinched by beating Baltimore last week 27-24 on that Harrison Butker game-winning field goal.
Yeah, went to overtime, had to come back and get it done. And look, we've talked about Patrick Mahomes all year long, and rightly so. In this game, 377 yards, 2 touchdowns. But the big deal to me, the comeback potential that he exhibits. Had to take him downfield in order to tie the game in regulation, then takes care of business in overtime. Did you see some of the throws that he made?
Yeah, the one where he was rolling to the sideline, golly.
And ends up throwing a no-look pass. He said that came from his time as a high school point guard in basketball. He is absolutely phenomenal, mature beyond his years.
They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
The Chiefs is lined up for the kickoff.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Last week, the Green Bay Packers played their first game under their interim head coach. You were there for that victory over Atlanta 34-20. What did you see?
I saw a team that was dedicated to getting back to the basics. You know, running the ball a little bit better, more precise in their details. Their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, of course, played well. Devontae Adams, their wide receiver, played well. But Aaron Jones, their running back, is really making a move. He should touch it 20-plus times a game. If he does that, I think Green Bay's offense can really be dangerous. And this is a team that can still finish over 500 if they win their last 3, partner, at Chicago, at the Jets, home against Detroit. And they are not mathematically eliminated from playoff consideration either.
By the way, how cold were you in the booth on a 1 to 10 scale?
I was very cold. On a 1 to 10 scale, I was a 15 cold. Thank you. 25 degrees at kickoff.
Sorry, I asked. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Double tight. We got
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Hey, where y'all going?
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
4 down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Tight right. 4 down. 14-18. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. He's scared.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Zoom. AT's moving. Single. Zoom. Mike, 53. That's fine, yeah. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Pull it together. Gun. Eyes up.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
4 down. Check. Run.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Oh, nice move. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Kansas City will kick this one off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Come on now. Run. That's it, baby. Hoka over here. Hey, 4 down. Hoka over here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Let's go.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
58.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
24. Hey. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to...
On third down, here's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
319! 319! 24 is the mic. Hoka over here.
Crunch time, defense.
Zoom.
Motion.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, you know, thinking back to last week around the league, it was one. We've had some crazy weeks this year, Charles, but this was one of the crazier, maybe the craziest week that we've had. You think about the 99-yard run that sort of kicked it all off. Of course, that wild finish in Miami. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting things.
We certainly did. How about the three worst teams by record in the NFL? The Jets, the Raiders, the 49ers all won on the same weekend. We had overtime in Kansas City and in Dallas. And the two front runners in the NFC, New Orleans got a scare in Tampa Bay, and the Rams lost in Chicago.
Yeah, crazy weekend. It figures to be a crazy finish the rest of the way in this NFL season.
So. Ace. Check three.
On first down, Mahomes.
Here they come. Hot.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Mike 27. You don't want it.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Let's go. Motion.
Throw left side, take it in by Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Zoom.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All day, baby. All day. Tighten up.
24 is the mic.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Kansas City is lined up for the
Butker now to kick this one away.
ready to return.
This will be taken very short. And now the Packers get set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
24 is the
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yo trip is here, baby. Yo trip is
Jumbo! Yeah, Liz.
Watch the
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
blitz.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
24 is the
Gun. Zoom.
Watch the
Jumbo!
24 is the mic.
Zoom.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Hey, check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Go.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready. Green 39.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Slow. Left.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Slow. Feels left. I know he ain't got it. Z. Mike 50.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
31 yards there and a first down.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally foiled. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle. Except they didn't get it done.
That's third and long, and a big run there. How about that? And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
24 is the mic.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. To be elusive, a shutout in the NFL, and maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Return 27 yards. Number 14 on the return.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. We got down. Black 22. Black 22.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust to it? Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abukum in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Here we go, Salah. 180. Shift.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Obama.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Squeeze, double.
Check.
They give it to him running left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Tiger. Orange.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Texans defense stands tall. Football goes back over to Houston's offense, and these Texans lost last week to division rival Indianapolis 24-21. Look, yeah, Charles, that did break the 9-game winning streak, but they're still 9-4.
I love how you just posed that, because aren't you hearing a lot of almost negative things out there about them losing that?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
7 big yards on the carry there to get them within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. 41's the mic.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett taking it in. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come back.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Noise-making devices are not allowed inside the stadium.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, one thing neat going on around the NFL again recently this year, we've seen this before, but the My Cause, My Cleats, just a chance for the players to give back to a certain charity that they like and dress up their shoes how they want. I know you saw that a couple weeks ago in your game.
I certainly did. I had the Giants and the Bears, and during this time frame, each team is allowed to designate one home game for My Cause, My Cleats, and that was the Giants' home game they designated.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 41.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On third down, Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. A CD, by the way, we have some news from the esports world. First major of the new year. The Madden Classic was held in Las Vegas during Week 14 of the NFL season. 170 players.
Yeah, did you see the money?
Over $150,000 in prize money.
So bad, not too shabby.
And your winner, I'll let you do the honors for the second straight year.
Michael Skimbo, second straight.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be third and 13.
17.
Goff now looks to throw. Flushed out right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Here we go.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
89. Watch 89.
Starting left here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Tiger.
Motion.
Hey, 5.
41.
Tiger.
They are going for it. Goff.
I'm coming after you.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks 59 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
And the Rams will kick this one off. Number 14, waiting to return.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tiger. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the 50, it's Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ndamukong Suh. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Tiger. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Going 58's the Mike.
3rd and long. It's Watson escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
58's the Mike. Tiger.
They are going for it. Here's Watson.
Tighten up.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, the Los Angeles Rams, not yet owners of a first-round bye. They have clinched the NFC West, first in the NFL to win their division. But last week, surprisingly, only put up 6 points in that loss in Chicago.
Not surprising overall in terms of defensive struggle, because you had the last 2 defensive players of the year in the NFL playing in that game, Aaron Donald for the Rams and Khalil Mack for the Bears, and the Bears have been strong on D all year long. What I found interesting was how the Bears scored their touchdown. Right? Trick play, backup offensive tackle, catches a touchdown pass. How often do you see that in the league?
Not very often. By the way, going to make a big difference whether the Rams play in 70-degree L.A. or 20-degree Chicago. A little bit different for the weather style.
It certainly is, which means that down the stretch, the Rams still have to play excellent football. Just because they won the division, they can't kick back. They need to lock up one of those 2 home field byes to start the playoffs.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Double tight. Come on, let's go. Red 38. 4-1's Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
And he stopped immediately there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
He can't get him down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams add on to their lead.
There we go. Oh!
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
The Rams will be kicking off. Number 14, ready to return.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Even. 4 down. Even.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess them there with the running play. They didn't fool them at all.
Went in the wrong direction.
Hey. 4 down.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Now this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
check 4. Richmond.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Matt Longacre. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw is Watson. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Tight ends on the Ringo.
2 jet. 3 down. Tiger.
Rush in.
Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Longacre in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down. Come back.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Here we go. What? 90.
55. Mike 55.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Mike 55. Come this way. Here we go.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to Week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on Thursday night. How about the Chargers and the Chiefs, a battle in the AFC West?
Yeah, it could very well decide the division, and that's a huge ball game. And who saw that coming when the season began, that this would decide the whole deal? How about our first Saturday games of the year? Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, and those are going to feature the young quarterbacks. Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns.
And then Sunday, the late game, Pats and Steelers. You get Eagles, Rams Sunday night, Saints, Panthers Monday. I mean, hello, Week 15.
Yeah, that means I'm doing absolutely nothing the entire weekend except sitting on the couch and watching ball.
Well, you're also working a game on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, besides that.
Okay.
All right.
And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Watson now to throw. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Watson looks to throw again. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Watson, Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back now in Houston, it's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Re-entry to the stadium is strictly prohibited. In the event of an emergency, please visit a guest services booth for additional information.
Double tight. 4 down.
On second down, Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And this Texans defense stands tall. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's Watson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Brockers in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Back to throw. Watson, that is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Looking to throw. Watson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
58's the mark.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Then
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Master, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
4 down. Check.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And the failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Mark. On the return.